Hello, my name is Ana LLorente, and I am a former World Ballroom Dance Champion, choreographer, professional dancer, dance coach, competition organizer, dance competition adjudicator. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the biggest mistakes that dancers make before they compete. Have you ever noticed that right before a competition or right before a show, a lot of dancers backstage are watching other dancers? I'm sure this had happened to you many times, especially right before going on a stage. And that moment where you're like right there about to perform, and then all of a sudden you're just watching that person that is competing right before you. Right in that moment, you happen to see the performance, and all of a sudden, you're looking at their turns, their legs, their choreography, their music, their rhinestone dresses that have more rhinestone than yours, or whatever it is that all of a sudden is going to help you to drop your confidence. And it happened to me as well, as a competitor, as a performer, and even as a coach, teacher, or as a choreographer. One of the most common scenes in dance competitions is seeing dancers sitting backstage, carefully watching every competitor that goes on before them. And although it may seem completely normal, it can become a huge mistake. You should not do this right before you compete. Your job is not to be analyzing everyone else. This is the moment to protect your energy and your confidence. The problem is not really looking. The problem is what happens after you're looking. Your mind starts going somewhere else. It gets very crazy and it starts comparing. Wow, they look amazing. And before you know it, your attention shifts away from your own performance into someone else. Now you're no longer thinking about yourself, about your music, about your choreography. Something I learned through my career as a world champion and as a performer is that confidence is really delicate. You can feel incredibly ready right before coming to dance or perform, but all it takes is a second of seeing someone doing something impressive for a small doubt to appear. And doubts are very dangerous when you're just 5 minutes from walking onto that stage because doubt can consume a lot of energy and it changes your focus. The most important thing about doubting yourself is that you stop being present. And once doubt enters your space, your confidence is gone. It's called self intimidation. This is something that we dancers do all the time. You're giving so much power to that other dancer or competitor that you think is better than you, assuming that they were better and they're going to be better even before you step in the floor. So you start deciding who was going to win before the competition even started. And that's definitely one of the fastest ways to destroy your confidence. When you see another dancer, performer, or competitor as a threat, your body is going to react and it's not going to react in a good way. It's going to start feeling tense, your expression becomes less natural, your movement becomes less free and smaller, and people can perceive that. And when people can feel that, judges as well. I'm going to tell you something I always did before I went to perform or compete, and this might help you. I would get there about 2 or 2.5 hours before the show, sometimes 3 hours before, and I pay attention to the room. I walked on the floor. I felt the floor. I looked around me. I sensed the space, the energy. I always imagine the judges being there. I imagine the audience being there. And I sort of like felt the energy in the room. I saw myself there. I walked the stage, sort of like marked my space, and that really helped me very much. I didn't spend my time studying the people that competed against me because I knew and I understood that that was not the time to analyze anyone. That was the time to enter my world, to remember my training, and to connect with my purpose. And I want to tell you this: you can absolutely learn from others, just not 5 minutes before competing. Not even the same day, not even the day before. Sometimes you see dancers backstage, like they're in their own little world. The ones that are looking there like they are a little unfriendly, they're trying to focus. They are just trying to calm their nerves and get in touch with themselves. It's not about them being mad or mean. It's just like they're just putting time to get in touch with themselves. I'm sure you've seen them. This is my advice to you. Next time you have to perform or compete, just try not to watch others. If you happen to be sitting there because of rehearsals, and I know how it is, like you're waiting your turn to go on stage and practice, and like everybody else is there practicing and rehearsing before you, just be careful and try to think, am I watching them to learn from them? Or am I watching them and comparing myself to them? Champions don't walk into the stage thinking about everyone else. They walk into the stage thinking about their plans. I want to leave you with a final thought. Please don't give your confidence away by comparing yourself to others. Focus on how hard you worked. Focus on your preparation and the training that got you there. Focus on your dance and on your dream. Be fabulous.